right, listen, Michelle Gardner's in her happy place because it's almost college football season. Pac-12's Media Day is next week. We're going to talk about where ASU looks like it's getting predicted to be. So where are the experts saying? It's way too early, right? We haven't even hit camp yet, but where are the experts saying that ASU is going to finish?
Out of 4 preseason publications I've looked at, 2 have them pegged 3rd behind Utah and USC, and 2 have them pegged 4th, with UCLA being the team in front of them.
So that's 3rd and 4th in the Pac-12 South.
Right.
So once again, they're underestimating Herman Edwards. Okay, so they're getting picked to finish 3rd or 4th, but why?
It all comes down to the starting quarterback situation. ASU is the only school in the Pac-12 that has a quarterback battle coming into fall camp.
Well, let's stop right there. So if you've got a quarterback battle, who's it between?
Well, you've got the 3 true freshmen, but Jaden Daniels looks like he's the better of those 3, at least to this point. And you've got Dillon Cole, who played a handful of snaps last year. So most seem to think it's between Dillon Cole and Jaden Daniels.
So when you watched spring ball, what did you see from, let's start with Dillon Cole because he's the older of the 2 guys. What did you see from him, and what do you need to see from him to cement him as the number 1 in your mind?
Showed great poise, really lost some weight, looked much more mobile, and seemed to have a better command of the offense. Maybe that's experience, that's playing under, behind Manny Wilkins and really having a year to absorb that. So I liked what I saw out of him. He needs to really move into that leadership role, that vocal role, and I think they want to see him take command.
And then Jaden Daniel, so tell me what you would like to see. What have you seen, and what would you like to see from him?
Coaches say they were really pleased with how all the freshmen, but particularly Jaden, picked up the offense. He needs to kind of work on that upper body strength. He's very tall, very lean. He's working on putting on some muscle mass. But he's kind of morphing into that leadership role too. He's still a true freshman, and I think he needs to kind of command and be assertive on the field.
But we need to talk about ASU's early schedule. They've got a couple of cupcakes starting the season off, Sacramento State and Kent State. What do you know about these guys?
Both of them were 2-win teams last year. That pretty much tells you all you need to know.
Exactly. So now what can that mean for the quarterback battle?
I think the best bet for ASU is play multiple guys. That's why you play these teams. Whoever the starter may be, fine, get your 30-point lead, you hope. Bring the other guy in, because the only way you can see what they're going to do is throw them in there, baptism under fire, and see how they do. So I think it's a great opportunity to play more than 2, maybe 2, 3, 4, who knows, but that's why you play those games.
What do you think of the notion that the week 1 starter is not as important as the week 3 starter?
I agree, because we're going to see a lot in the first 2, maybe 3 games to see who's going to be the quarterback moving forward. They're going to name a starter, they want to say 2 weeks before the first game, and that's fine. But maybe your starter only plays a half and somebody else plays the second half. So it's not about who starts but who finishes. So I really want to see them play multiple quarterbacks to get the best look they can out of everybody.
But let's say they play Jaden Daniel. Wouldn't they burn his season? Wouldn't they burn his eligibility?
No.
How does that work?
No. They get 4 games. A freshman gets 4 games that they can play in and still retain a redshirt year. That was a new rule last year. I love that rule. I think it's great because you never know how things are going to pan out. But I think it might be the other 2 freshman quarterbacks that might be more in the redshirt rule than Jaden, because I think Jaden, whether he's the starter or the backup, he's going to be on the field this year.
So what do you expect from Jaden? Like when you watch him play, what do you see? He's a mobile guy, right?
He's elusive. He's shifty. He creates chaos on the defensive end, and you want that. You want the defense to be running around wondering if this guy is going to throw, is he going to run? And I just think the way he extends plays lends a dynamic to their offense that they don't have with the other 3.
But there's no way he's got the arm of Sterling Cole, right? I mean, we saw what he did last year. If you guys don't remember, go back and take a look at the USC game. Dillon gets in for like 1 snap,
right,
drops back and chucks it. The ball is a perfect rainbow spiral deep down the field. Frank Darby dropped it. Frank, we're never going to let you hear the end of this, man. Frank Darby drops it, and the next week in practice, everybody's joking, saying that Dillon would have been a legend had Frank caught that ball because that was his one play. I happen to think that Dillon's deep ball is a real weapon for him. What do you know of him when he's on the field?
Well, it's hard to say because we haven't seen enough of him. He's had a handful of plays, and when he's been in the game, it's mop-up duty, or when, like you said, when Manning got hurt, that 1-2 plays. So we really haven't seen anything from him in crunch time, so we really don't know.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to keep our eyes on it. Greg Moore, Michelle Gardner. It's college football season.